Happy Halloween! Well, almost. It will be once we finish this cookie. Welcome to another Halloween video, and I'm going to show you one of my favorite designs this year. Alright, so we're starting off with our pumpkin shaped cookie here, and I've got my purple outline consistency. So this is my thick icing, and I'm going to just make it into 3 sections. The reason why I'm outlining the middle and then the outside separately is because I want the icing to be sectioned off and have a little divot where the lines are. So it kind of gives it that pumpkin look. But this is purple because we're going to make it into a Dracula pumpkin. So I'm just roughly outlining these sections here. You can make as many as you want. I find 3 is kind of easy enough for me. And then once I'm outlined, I let it dry for a few minutes and I come back and flood. So here what I'm going to do is flood the middle section, and I'm going to let that dry for a little bit, and then I'm going to flood the outsides. I want to make sure that the middle is dry before I do the outsides so that they don't melt together and it still gives us that separation of sections. You can see here that I'm using my left finger against the piping bag, and that steadies my hand. A lot of people ask me, how is your hand so steady? Mine is never like that. I actually pipe kind of two-handed. So I hold the bag in one hand, and then with my other finger, I put it against the bag, and that really, really steadies the bag. So now you can see the middle section is dry, the color darkened a little bit. So I'm taking my outline consistency here and doing some squiggle lines. This helps prevent craters, makes it nice and puffy looking. And then right away, I'm going to go in with my flood icing. So I'm trying to get right up against that middle section, but not going too much over and taking my time. When I get to those little corners at the top and the bottom, I'm not going to go right into the corner because I want my line and my seam to be even. Because my tip is a little bit too big to get right into that corner, I'm going to use my scribe to push the icing all the way in there. This will give me a nice even seam and an even line going down my pumpkin. So if anytime you have a small corner and you can't get in there with your piping bag without kind of over flooding the area, just take your scribe and pull the icing into that section. I go slower when I'm flooding, more difficult sections like the seam here because I'm trying to concentrate and keep it as even as possible. And then towards the middle, you can flood a little bit faster if you need to, but go slow, take your time, practice will make perfect and it'll get better, I promise. Cookie decorating takes a long time, but the more you do it, the more comfortable you'll feel. Okay, now that the outside sections have dried enough as well, we're going to go ahead and do his hair. So here I'm just using my black outline consistency, and I just want to make that nice point in the middle and come across. And then here at the top, I'm just going to take my outline. Notice I lift my bag up. It's a big, long, kind of rounded area, so I can lift my bag up, have that line come down nice and smooth. And then I'm just going to do the tip here. And because this is such a small area, I'm just going to go in right with my outline consistency and I'm going to smooth it out really quick with my scribe. There's no point of flooding that area. I might get a crater because it's so tiny. And so this thicker icing, I'm able to smooth it out with no issues. So I'm just going to use that and it's much easier. And then while my outline dries, I'm just going to go in and do some more details so I can continue working on my cookie without waiting too long. I'm going to add some eyebrows in here, nice pointy sharp ones. And again, I'm using my outline consistency here. That's why I like to use 2 consistencies. I have one for my outline and also my detail, so I don't have to make it later. And now I'm going in with my white outline icing. And I'm just wiggling my bag as I push just to smooth out. These are his eyes. And we're using outline because I want to make sure that it holds the shape. It doesn't kind of run very flat. I want nice round bubbly eyes. I'm just going to go in with my scribe and smooth it out a bit. There's a little bit of a peak in the middle. And then right away before it dries, I'm going to go in with my black outline icing again. I'm just hovering right above the white icing, and I'm just putting some pressure on in the middle and just wiggling my bag so it smooths. If you can't wiggle your bag while you're putting the pressure on, don't worry, you can just go in with your scribe after. And this kind of gives you that wet on wet eye look. So that black part is not sitting on top of the eye, it's kind of inside the white. So it's all one smooth kind of eye looking thing. And then we're going to go ahead and use, again, the black outline consistency and just draw a straight line here. And this is going to be his mouth. And we're going to add a nose here in purple icing. Again, this is my outline here. You can see there's a little peak there. Now, if I didn't touch it, it would stay and it would dry like that. So I just go in with my scribe and smooth it out. Then I'm going to go in with my white outline again, my thick icing here, and I'm just putting pressure and kind of dragging it down. And that'll give me nice sharp teeth. And then I can go ahead and flood the hair section. Now, there's a couple things. I could have put a squiggly line here because it's kind of a narrow section, but my icing's a little bit on the thicker side. This is my flood icing. And see how I'm kind of moving my bag around to smooth it as I come out? When I know I'm doing smaller details, but I have to kind of flood them, then I'll keep my flood thicker. If I had to flood like a whole big cookie black, I probably would have had thinner icing. But knowing that I only had these small sections to do, I kind of kept it thicker so that I would prevent craters. And another way is that when this purple layer on the bottom hasn't fully dried, it's dried enough I can do the details. And then I put my second layer. That's another way to prevent craters as well. So there's all these little tips that you can use and kind of try to implement as many as you can or use as many as you can to prevent things like that. So, you know, thicker icing, flooding your second layer before the first is dry, and using squiggly lines all help prevent craters, which is great. And then we end up with a beautiful, cool looking pumpkin vampire. Hope you liked the video. See you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. And as always, happy baking!